budget deficit in this country. We've got to look at the money we're spending in Iraq and Afghanistan. We've got to look at the money we dedicate in this country to Pentagon and military spending. And we've got to look at these tax cuts for the wealthy as a means of reducing our deficit.
Thank you very much. You've stayed well within time. Just want to point out that Julianne is our timekeeper. Okay. So the next question is from the audience. And we wanted to ask you, following up on a foreign policy question, when is foreign military intervention justified, in your opinion, Mr. D'Alessandro?
Well, what I can say is when it's not justified. It's not justified, certainly in the instance of Iraq. Here we are, 7.5 years later. The conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan have lasted longer than the Vietnam conflict, the Vietnam War. We have lost 4,415 American lives in Iraq, not to mention the tens of thousands of injuries and the over 100,000 Iraqi civilian deaths. We have spent $751 billion in Iraq alone, in a war that we should never have been in the first place. And now we find ourselves with 145,000 brave men and women in Afghanistan with no sense of what our objectives are there. What are we doing in Afghanistan? I've heard people say we're looking for Al-Qaeda. The CIA itself says that there are 50 to 100 Al-Qaeda operatives currently in Afghanistan. We have put